the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions next on Madden Football.
Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand. Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And a short pickup to about the 25. $55 yards and a touchdown as well.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw. Fields. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 12 carries, 54 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Lions at 10-1 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock
tight end Laporta. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gibbs straight ahead, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Hooker toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Hooker now off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Hand off now to Gibbs. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go. Irving. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. A beautiful fake. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. And that's Elliott, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Here's Hooker. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give right side. Irving. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. On the give, here's Gibbs. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. This is 2nd and 8. Now a bootleg with Hooker. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a handoff up the middle. Irving. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. Another shot now for this Lions offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
That is caught by Laporta. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gibbs again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Edwards-Helaire will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to get going again.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here's Fields. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Fields throwing again.
Flushed out right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields now to throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is brought in at the 21.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. KJ Osborne, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. CeeDee Lamb, a touchdown reception. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Hooker now off play action. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Hooker to throw it. Big strides, look at him go. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Fields on 3rd down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
Keeps himself upright. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
A nice little juke.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Hooker's going to throw it.
Here's Griffin on the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 1st down, Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Hooker. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Hooker now on 1st down.
On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hooker.
And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And it stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't often see a lot of 1st down carries by a fullback, and this is probably why. Often better suited for short yardage and goal line types of situations. This last carry went for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And I'm now...
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
The 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Bears' 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Now it's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
First down, Bears.
Here's Fields. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fields. And he gets it down to the 32. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Fields. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
He got 29 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run with Gibbs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Fields. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Looking deep here from Mooney. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Fields looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
To the air again, Fields.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Lions, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.